Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're back over here at the off-grid cabin of ours, and you guys know we've told y'all we're constantly looking for solar objects to be able to use over here at the cabin because we are totally off-grid. There is no electricity here whatsoever. And when we're over here working, we have to have ways to power things in order to build things and to do things. Now we've been running our gas-powered generator over here to run our tools and stuff. But guys, there's more to the off-grid cabin than that. When we go inside at night, we have to have the ability to be able to run lights, charge cell phones, or anything like this. And there's times when my generator will run out of gas, and I've still got tools that have to be run. So what we've come up with here is this product right here, guys. And I think this is becoming the norm for Deep South Homestead. This is the 500 watt Bluetti Max Oak solar generator. Guys, this thing is really a nice piece of equipment. It can do so many things here for us at the cabin. Now, one of the main things that it does here is when our power tools, like when I'm using my generator there, I don't want a lot of times to have to run an extension cord all the way inside in there. If I've got to just cut a little something to make something fit, there's no need in me trying to run a cord everywhere. I can take my power tools and I can plug it into the two 110 amp outlets on this thing here. We got the generator here now. We're going to demonstrate hooking up some of our little tools that we use inside the cabin there. If we have a little sometimes I have a little, we'll show it to you right here, a little orbital tool here, oscillating tool. Sometimes in the cabin I need to be able to trim just a little bit of wood off of something, and I don't want to have to run a whole extension cord in there. Well, we have this generator, and I'm going to check and see how it works with the oscillating tool. Now, we're going to take the oscillating tool here. It has the two 110 volt plugs on the bottom of it there. We're going to plug it into one of the AC. You press and hold the top button, let go of it, the LCD screen comes on, the little green light comes on, lets us know that it's ready to go. It has a DC button and an AC button. You press them in and hold them just a couple of seconds and let go, and it turns it on. So there we go, we are turned on. Now comes the moment, will it run it? Okay, it runs it with absolutely no problem whatsoever. So we have that. We use that in the cabin. Guys, this is why when you're off-grid, you have these little times like this. Now we're going to turn the AC off. And we're going to turn the DC on. Now that we have the DC turned on, there's a couple of options now. This one does always forever letting her phone go dead. And that's where we're at right now. Her phone is actually dead sitting here. And Miss Wanda is forever letting her phone go dead. Now, with this generator right here, the Bluetti 500 watt solar generator, there's actually three ways I can charge this phone. One, we have a USB cable here. The Bluetti has 1, 2, 3, 4 USB ports on it. It has 4 USB ports on it here. They're 5 volt, 3 amps. We can actually plug her cell phone into that. And let's give it a minute. I heard it buzz. We have a small battery sign coming up on here with a little electrical charge in the middle of it. Lets me know that the phone is actually taking a charge from the generator here. Now, we have the other option to take the USB out of this, unplug it from the end of the phone here, and on the top of it here, we have the magnetic charger. I can lay this phone on top of it. I'm going to give it just a second. And I know you can't see it there, but it just says LG Life's Good. The Android phone has come on, and it lets me know that it is charging the phone by letting it lay on top of it. There's actually a big, I don't know if I can turn this thing over. You can see it's actually sitting here telling me, hello, this is a Verizon phone, and it's beginning the charging process on top of it. Now, I can take it off of that. The charging will stop on the phone here. I can actually plug this back into the bottom of it, take take the electrical, plug the USB port into it. I can take it off of DC here, turn it back onto AC. I can turn around, plug it in, and guys, the phone is back up and charging again. So there's 3 ways with this that you can actually charge a phone with it. Now, not a phone is not the only thing that you can charge with this. You can actually run your computer with it. You can take your USB cable from your computer. You can plug your computer into one of the USB ports here, and it will actually run it with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Now, that's not the only thing that goes with this. We take it back off of AC, put it back on DC, and guys, you've got a DC port right here that's got a cigarette charger in it. Like you can plug in anything that uses a cigarette type plug-in for 12 volts, like it's in a car. There's all kinds of little camping appliances that you plug in, little coolers to keep them cool. Little things that kind of heat stuff up. There's lots of different issues and things that you can use there. Now, that's not all that there is to it. There is DC outputs here. You have 2 12-volt DC outputs on it here. And that's the thing about this particular unit here. With this comes a kit, which I'm extremely excited about. This kit comes with its own 12-volt. It has a cigarette lighter thing that actually plugs right into the front of the generator here in the cigarette lighter hole, and it has a 12-volt end on it here that we can plug into whatever we need to plug it into to make it run. With it also comes a 110 amp AC charging system. I can plug this thing into the wall. Into the back of this little generator is a place for me to plug this into the back of it, a 12-volt and a 110-volt end in it. I'm sorry. I can plug this thing in and I can take 110 volts and I can charge this little generator up from the house. I don't have to do it any other way. Now, with this also comes a solar panel cord kit. It plugs into the back of it just like the AC adapter does. But yet it has 2 ends, positive and negative ends here, that can plug into a solar panel, and you can actually set this thing up and let solar panels charge it. Now, we do that quite often because we have a 100 amp solar panel here that we can set out there in the sun, and we can set this behind the solar panel because you do not want this to sit in the direct sunlight to get hot, because this thing will heat up from the charging system on it. So don't let that freak you out if it gets a little bit warm, because that's completely normal for these 12-volt charging systems. And then also it has a standard Type-C charging cord that comes with it here. They have one outlet here that's a Type-C if you need to charge a cell phone or whatever through it. That works perfect on that. Now, guys, when you are literally trying to function, either if you're camping, say you're on the road taking a vacation and you need power at wherever you're going and you don't have it. You get off somewhere and your equipment goes dead, your camera goes dead and all that kind of stuff. You can actually plug your camera into this and your camera will actually charge up from this, and it's absolutely no problem whatsoever. The Bluetti here comes with its own carrying handles. One of the things I really like about it. It also comes, I'm not going to take it out of the pack right here, but there's a very nice carrying bag. You can put this thing in. It's got a set of handle things you can throw across your arm or tote them in your hand to actually carry this around in, because one of the things that you really don't want to do is you don't want dust and dirt and grime getting up inside this, because then it becomes difficult to clean. So you want to keep it in a dust-free environment if at all possible. And you want to keep it away from moisture. You don't want to use anything to clean it, that any kind of solvents or anything like that has anything flammable on it. You want to make sure that you clean it with just a mild cleaner. Just wipe it with a light rag to clean it up. So guys, this is the Bluetti 500-watt solar generator. Is one of the things over here at our cabin that we have come to really like. Now, this is not the only one that we have in our cabin over here. We have a 150 watt generator, we have a 300 watt generator, and now we have a 500 watt generator. In the summertime, whenever we're staying here at the cabin, we have to have a little fan running all night long because in the deep south here, it gets pretty hot at night. Wanda and I are able to sleep all night long because we can plug our fan into this and it will actually run all night long without any problems. We also have lights in our cabin. In order for us to be able to see, we can take this, set it on the counter, plug our lights into it, and we have LED lights that literally light our cabin up in there, and it makes it really nice for us over here to be able to see without having to tote a flashlight around all the time. When we're shooting videos, lots of times we have equipment that needs to be ran. We have lighting systems and stuff like that that needs plugging in. We are able to plug that type of stuff into the little 500 watt Bluetti generator here, and we're able to do our YouTube videos and stuff like that. And guys, this piece of equipment has made our life over here a lot simpler than what it was. So as we've told y'all before, we're actively looking into solar systems that will help us to be able, at the off-grid cabin, to live a more comfortable life. And as we come up on solar products like this, non-electric products that doesn't take any being hooked to the grid to charge, because this one can charge on the grid or it can charge off the grid. And one thing I forgot to mention about this that's really nice, I'm going to turn it around here at the back, and I'm going to turn it on right here and get it turned back on. It's powered up, guys. You see that right there? At night, if we need a light, rather than us having to go hunt up lights or anything like that, I can actually sit this thing on the counter and turn it around, and I can punch that button and it will literally, that LED light right there will actually literally light up our whole cabin rooms in there. It's just that bright. It's really nice. If you're out camping and you need to have a light out camping in the woods and you don't have any type of way of seeing anything other than a little tiny flashlight, you can turn this baby on and it'll burn for quite a while with just that light on there. So let me see if I can get it turned back off. Look at that. All the different things. There we go. Now, turn this off right here just a second. Okay, we've got our phone still sitting on the top here charging. That's where you can see me handling it kind of easy because I'm trying to make sure that the phone don't slide off of the little magnetic charging port there on top. Guys, as we go along and we come up with more products to be able to live off-grid, we're going to bring them to you and we're going to show them to you. So I do appreciate you taking the time to sit here with us because this is important to us because we're reviewing these products in order to maybe better help you in a power outage situation to be able to function and have some degree of being able to be comfortable and not being worried about things. You can still run small appliances and stuff like that. In a grid down situation like that, the power goes out, storms come through or something like that, you can plug a small fan into this and keep yourself cool in the summertime. You can run a small appliance in the kitchen off of it, like a little hand mixer or something like that if you need to mix up something to eat with. If you need light at night, you've got a light on it here. There's just all kinds of different ways this can benefit you. In the description down below will be a link to the Bluetti. If you're interested in one of them, you can go down and check them out because they truly are a blessing to have because it makes life so much simpler when you have no electricity available. Now you can get this. You will need it when you get it if you want to be able to charge it without electricity. Like in the grid down situation, you are going to need to purchase a solar panel. Now you can use a 100 watt solar panel or you can use a 200 watt solar panel to charge this with. They'll all be on the site when you go to look. You'll be able to find them. Guys, it's a good thing to have when you're off grid. So thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.